All right, guys, I'm super excited to talk about today's topic, which is basically where we're going to talk about how to get 1,000 email leads through Facebook ads in particular, because we can get leads almost anywhere else, especially organically. However, we're in a space right now in the coaching industry, but in online specifically, where organic social media isn't doing as good as it used to, especially on Facebook and Instagram. The algorithm is definitely changing, and they want you to pay to play. So what we're going to talk about is how to get the cheapest leads in as fast as possible so that you can start really growing your email list through Facebook ads. So we're going to talk about that today, but if you don't know who I am, my name is Alexandra Ramirez, and I am the owner of the Freedom Ad Agency, where we help our agency clients, coaches, service-based entrepreneurs to really scale their revenue and also increase their freedom for their life and in their business. So if you're ready to kind of go into how to get 1,000 email leads through Facebook ads quickly and cheap, this is going to be the great video for you. So let's go right into it. So the first thing that you need to do before anything else is you have to figure out the right lead magnet to promote inside of your Facebook ads. In order to increase your email list with really highly qualified leads, you have to make sure that you create a freebie that's going to be able to turn these strangers who are coming off of these platforms on Facebook and Instagram, and how to turn them from those strangers into actual warm leads that actually are ready to buy clients for you. So the way to do that is by having a really good lead magnet. Now there's two recommendations that I'm going to give you, and it really depends on what your budget is and what your goals are. Now if your goal is to only, like, you're not really looking to sell anything right now and you just want to increase the amount of people who are on your email list, then I would recommend that you have an ad that goes to a lead magnet that is just like a download. And some of the best ones that are really good right now are morning routines, affirmations, meditations, or even like a how-to step-by-step format, okay? So those do really super well. Downloads in particular get really super high quality, but also cheap leads at the same time. So I would definitely recommend that if you're only looking to increase the amount of leads that you have on your email list, especially if you want to do it quickly. That's the best way to go, is to have a download, like PDF type of lead magnet. Now, if your actual goal is to make sales off your Facebook ads, then I would recommend some type of like 3 to 5 day challenge, or some type of live situation like a webinar, workshop, masterclass, whatever you want to call it. So that really depends as far as lead magnet is concerned on what you want to do. What are your goals? If it's to make sales right now, then I would go the challenge or webinar route. If you're wanting to just push towards getting more people onto your email list, then I would have a PDF download as your freebie that you're promoting to a cold audience on your Facebook ads. Now let's talk a little bit about the actual ad strategy that you should be promoting, right? So the first recommendation I'm going to give you is to use the lead generation objective. The lead generation objective, what it is, it allows you to have an opt-in on Facebook/Instagram. So instead of taking the person off of the platform and onto your website or lead pages or ClickFunnels, whatever you have on the side as an opt-in, instead of doing that, it allows you to just have an opt-in that pops up as soon as somebody clicks on the ad. So what that does for you as an advertiser, it actually does a couple of different things. One, it actually puts you higher in the algorithm, because at the end of the day, these platforms, these social media platforms, want to keep their consumers on the platform as much as possible. So they're gonna want to put more objectives that allow the consumer on the platform. So use a lead generation objective. What it does also for you though, the plus side of this, is it actually gets really super cheap leads for a lot of my clients. And you get to track every single person who is opting in, so you get rid of all of the iOS 14 tracking and all of that kind of nonsense. You don't have to do all that techie stuff involved. I'm going to put a little video up here of how to set that up if you want to set up a lead generation objective. In terms of the actual ad strategy, I'm going to put it up here next to me. I would definitely recommend to do at least $5 a day. Obviously, the more money that you can put in, the more amount of leads that are going to come in as well. So I would definitely recommend to focus on starting at a good amount. And what I mean by a good amount, I would probably put mine at anywhere from $20 to $50 a day in the beginning. As time goes by, and if I want to really get those 1,000 leads really quickly, then I will definitely increase it over time. So that's my recommendation to you guys, is to start anywhere from $20 to $50 a day. And then if it's doing really well, which means $2 or less per lead, then I would definitely start to increase it, especially if you're getting sales off of it or any kind. If you're getting like a little bit of sales here and there, you know, all of that, then that's a really good idea to do that. So use the lead generation objective. It's gonna be really super good. Spend about $20 to $50 a day. Another recommendation is to use a very broad audience. Definitely something I probably have not recommended before, but these days I'm definitely recommending that. What that means is just putting like one interest in, but a big interest. So for example, for my business to business clients, I normally do entrepreneurship as an interest because it has, I think, like 17 million or something like that inside of that reach. So you have to really just look at the different interests that you can put inside there that are going to still filter out the people who are not your ideal client, because I don't want people who are like corporate. That's not my ideal client. My ideal client is entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurship is still a really big audience, but it allows me to still filter out the people who are not my ideal clients. So I definitely recommend to use a broader audience. And then also don't forget to make sure that you're doing the regular stuff that I normally recommend for you guys to do. And I'm actually gonna put a little video right here of how I set up my ads, step by step, from the placements to the audiences and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you watch that video so you can get all the details of how I run ads for my clients. So it's really that simple, guys. It's really simple. All you have to know at the end of the day is how to attract your ideal client with the right freebie. And then you have to make sure that you use the lead generation objective for your ads when you're promoting them, so that you can get the cheapest amount possible and you can get rid of all the iOS 14 stuff. And just really figure out how much you need to spend in order for you to get to that 1,000. Now the KPI that I would recommend for you guys to look at is, like I said, you want to be around $2 or less a lead. Once I start to get to $3 a lead, I start to kind of look at that stuff. What can I change and optimize on the ad copy or the graphics, or whatever I need to change to make sure that I get those 1,000, people onto my email list quickly. So make sure that you're looking at those numbers, but also when you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm spending this amount of money per person who is coming in, and maybe that's $1 or maybe it's $1.25, and then put that into an algorithm just to kind of see how much you need to spend in order to get yourself to the 1,000 email list, or maybe it's 10,000 or whatever. What do you need to spend in order to get that, all right? So that's it for today's video. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time a new video goes live. And October is gonna be amazing because I have a ton of videos coming out soon. So super excited to get into all of that. If you're wanting to like dip your toes into Facebook ads, I have a $27 Facebook ads course, only $27. There is some upsells if you want to buy them, but it's totally optional. You don't have to. You can only just buy the 27 if you want to. It's really a great course for you to be able to know exactly how I set up clients' ads step by step, and also not just the ads in particular, but I'm also breaking down how to turn these leads that you're getting into clients. So make sure that you buy that $27 Facebook ads course, and that's it for today's video. I will see you on the next one.